All right, hey guys. Obviously not here today. We are going to do some review here real quick before we take our quiz. So, please make sure that all students have marker boards, materials, and a calculator, and then we'll be ready to go. So, please pause the video and make sure everyone has those materials. All right, we're going to do some problems that are similar to what's going to be on your quiz here today. Each of these problems, like this first one, is going to ask you to graph the inequality, and then you need to determine which ordered pairs, which points are part of the solution set. So, someone please pause the video and give students 3 minutes to complete this first problem. All right, let's take a look here. This first one, this is already in slope-intercept form for us. So y-intercept's 2. Slope is -3/1, down 3, right 1. Remember, like we have spoken about, it's in your best interest to make extra points. You want to make this as accurate as possible. Now, for our line, this should be a dotted line. Notice this is missing the or equal to part. So I'm going to make a dotted line, signifying that all of these points are not part of the solution set. And this is why it's less than, so we're going to shade down. So if you're not sure which side to shade, this is shade down, draw an arrow down. And this is the region where all our solutions would be. Now the second part is determine if any of these are part of the solution set. So I'll start with 1, 1. 1, 1, it's right there. Well, that is not in the shaded region, so that would be no, not part of the solution set. -2, 0. -2, 0 is right here. It is a part of the shaded region. So yes, that is part of the solution set. And the last one, 3, -2. 1, 2, 3, -2, and that would be no. Okay, so you can determine that, okay, if you do your graph accurate enough, just based on whether it's in the shaded region or not. Okay. Here's the second one, so please pause the video and give the students 3 minutes to complete this problem. Again, this one is also already in slope-intercept form, so I don't have any solving to do. Put it on the graph. Y-intercept's -1. Slope is -1/4, down 1, right 4. Down 1, right 4, like I said on the last problem, be in your best interest to make extra points. This is missing the or equal to part, so this is going to be a dotted line or a dashed line. I'm going to try to make that as accurate as I can. You need to be using a straight edge. Okay, use your ID. And this is y is greater than, y is greater than, I shade up, which should be this whole region. Now, from there, again, like in the last problem, decide which of these are part of the solution set. So 1, 1 in the shaded area. So that's a solution. -2, 0 in the shaded area. That's a solution. The last one, 3, -2. 3, that is very, very close, but that is not in the shaded region. And we can see that's just barely below that line. So that would be no. Okay, it's not part of the solution set. Okay, we're not all going to be solved for us. Here's the first one we have that we're going to have to do some work in solving it before we graph it. So if so, please pause the video and give students 3 minutes to complete this problem. Now for this one, first things first, we better make sure we solve this correctly. We put it in slope-intercept form. So -2x on both sides. And I've got to remember to bring this down as a -y. That is -1y. Less than -2x plus 2. And then I divide everything by -1. Now remember, since I'm dividing everything by a negative value, I have got to flip my inequality sign. It's going to become +2x. 2 divided by -1 is -2. And now I can graph this. Remember, I need to focus on this part in order to do the rest of my information. So y-intercept's -2. So the slope is +2, or 2 over 1. So up to right 1, to right 1. I'll keep doing that slope. I'm even going to go the other direction. So I have as many points on there as possible. Again, this also, like the rest of them so far, does not have the or equal to line. So this should be a dotted line. Make sure we're very careful about doing that correctly. And then this is y is greater than, so I'm going to shade it up. So draw an arrow up, that's where I would shade. Check it. The points that we have, 1, 1 is right there, so yes, that's part of the solution set. -2, 0 is right there in the shaded area, so yes, that's part of the solution set. 3, -2, and once again, it is not part of the solution set, so it'd be no. Okay. Last one that we have here. Last one we have for review. Go to the next page. There we go. There we go. All right. So please pause the video and give students 3 minutes to complete this problem. All right. First things first, we better make sure we solve this correctly. So -3x on both sides. I get 4y is less than or equal to -3x plus 4, and then divide everything by 4. I'm putting this in slope-intercept form. Y is less than or equal to, yipes, let me make that sign better. Less than or equal to -3/4 x, and 4 divided by 4 is +1. So there, again, this is what I look at in order to do my graphing of my inequality. Y-intercept's 1, and the slope is -3/4. So that's down 3, right 4. Down 3, right 4. Maybe we're going to go the other way. Up 3, up 3, 2, 3, left 4. Left 3, left 4. Now this particular one, this is the first one we've had so far in these little review ones. This has an or equal to line. So I do a normal solid line. Okay, a normal solid line. I'm going to use my arrow feature. So normal solid line. And I need to do my shading. That is why it's less than, so we're going to shade down. All of this gets shaded. And now it's time to check out our points. 1, 1, just above that line and outside the shaded region, so that's no. -2, 0, in the shaded region, that is yes, part of the solution set. And the last one, 3, -2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, okay, that's just inside of the shaded area. So I'd be able to say, yes, that's part of the solution set. Okay. Now, we are going to be taking our quiz here. Okay, so reminders of what you should have on your desk for the quiz. For the quiz, you're allowed to have a writing utensil and a calculator. That's it. Okay, so make sure your desks are cleared with the exception of those 2 things. Okay, again, reminder, you guys know the rules, but to make this clear, you're only allowed to use a regular calculator. You may not use your cell phones on your quiz. Those need to be put away. Your earphones need to be out. You guys know the rules. Okay? Now, when you are finished with the quiz, you're going to have this assignment to take care of. Okay? This is for review for the Chapter 5 exam that we'll be taking next week. It's in your book, in your textbook, pages 325 to 326. And we have those numbers up there, 11 to 34, 45 to 53. Get those done. That's good review for our exam that we'll be taking. if you happen to get done with that, okay, you can work on Alex, okay, but you want to get done with that review assignment first. If the sub wants to just leave this up, that is fine. If you want to pause this and leave it up so that the students can see those page numbers, that would be great. If you have it up on a different board for them to see, obviously whatever works. You guys have a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday. Bye.